What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Forge for Greatness. I'm your host, Chris LaForgia. This podcast is for the builders, the creators, and the underdogs who are forging their own path. It's not just about the wins, it's about the losses, the pressure, the moments that actually forge us. Every single time with this intro. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm fucking out of breath. Every single time, dude. And now, I try to train myself so that I don't get out of breath, but it just gets me every time, bro. Anyway, Sal Vicari here on the show today. Welcome to the show, man. Owner of Café Michelina, restaurant in Hoboken, amongst other things. We're going to get into all the businesses that you operate in and childhood. You know, we're going to go back in time, talk about your childhood, any adversity that you faced. But how does it feel to be on your very first podcast?
Feels great.
Yeah.
You know,
nerves
definitely going because, it's like at that point you don't really know what direction we're going to go. But
and I didn't send you the template of questions that I'll be asking you. So everything's going to be a curveball and a surprise for you today.
Absolutely. And which is at least this way I can give you my honest answers.
Perfect. So where do you want to start? Let's start with childhood, right? What year were you born?
1990.
1990. Okay. I'm 89.
There we go.
I'm older than you, bro. What the fuck, man? And so 1995, 5-year-old Sal, what was the environment like that you grew up in? And where did you grow up?
So I originally grew up in Belleville.
Okay.
In an Italian household. So 95 was just about, we were 1 year in on owning Café Michelina, my parents.
Wow.
So they started off, so I was mainly there, kind of like just hanging around. And so it was always, the environment was always, difficult.
Yeah.
Who's at work? We're going to school, and my parents are like trying to find babysitters and all that.
Balance everything. Yeah. So you were pretty much born in the kitchen.
Basically.
So what were some of the first jobs that your parents had you doing in the kitchen at Café Michelina when it first opened?
So we first opened again, 5 years old, whatever. Making me sweep the floors, make me, the best was one time they had a bucket of salt.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, listen, you got to search through the salt and you got to find the sugar. So I was like, how do I do that? They look the same. And they were like, oh, just keep tasting it.
Yeah.
And then like 10, taste through. I'm like, there's no sugar here.
That's so fucking funny, dude. Oh my God.
But, essentially they were kind of teaching me like everything. My dad would throw me in the kitchen during prep.
Okay.
Show me how to make some chicken parms. And, we're talking 5 years old, like near deep fryers.
Yeah.
It's a different time then.
I love it. So your parents were born in Italy, or?
Yeah, my mom was born in Molfetta. My father was born in San Giuseppe, Sicily.
I don't know. Okay, Sicily. Okay, gotcha. So my father was born in Molfetta. So we got that in common.
Yeah.
So I guess, what are some of the biggest lessons that your parents have taught you over the years?
To always work as hard as you can. There's really no time. Like if you have time to sit down and rest, you have time to get up and keep moving.
Yeah. Okay.
And the main thing was always be respectful.
And you always have kept those lessons in the back of your mind going 100%. Forward in all your businesses? Okay. What kind of adversity did you face early on in childhood, staying in childhood right now? Tough times.
Yeah, so I remember, again, you don't know it as a kid.
Yeah.
But, you start to, as you get older, you start to look back and see, we were living in a house. It was a 2-bedroom house, 6 people.
Damn.
So,
okay.
It was a bigger house at the time, but I guess for the time being, but it was still only 2 bedrooms. I have 3 older sisters.
Okay.
So it was tough going.
Are you the youngest?
I'm the youngest.
Okay.
Only boy.
What was that like, dude? That must be been adversity right there and then.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, listen, it was good and bad.
Yeah.
My sisters always always complaining, but I was the youngest, so.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you the only boy?
I'm the only boy.
Gotcha. All right. Interesting. So I guess let's skip forward to high school, college days. Did you go to college?
I started.
Okay. All right.
It just wasn't for me.
Gotcha. So talk to me about adversity in those years, in that area of your life.
High school, I was still trying to figure out myself.
Okay.
I always loved cars, so I was always that car guy.
Yep.
But also at the same time, I was friends with everybody, but had no friends at the same time. If that makes sense.
Okay.
I knew everybody, but really didn't have like my whole, like, I didn't have my own groups.
Gotcha.
I just kind of jumped around because I worked so much.
Yeah. So you had trouble, I guess, making friendships because you were always on the go, always working, always doing something?
I think the trouble was more of like trying to balance out having friends, being a child, or being a teenager, but also wanting to get everything I want in life.
Okay.
And you got to always give, take and give whatever you get.
Gotcha. What was the first taste of success? Again, staying in childhood, anything that you can recall that was like, holy shit, this is a win for me. And this feels fucking good.
Payday.
Okay. All right. At work?
At work.
At the restaurant?
At the restaurant.
Okay.
Work, you get your paycheck and, then you feel like you're on top of the world because it was a different time.
Yeah.
$200 then was, oh, dude, I'm going out for the week,
Yeah. Okay. Anything sports related? I don't know if you played sports growing up.
I played baseball.
All right.
It's fairly decent.
Yeah.
But a lot of the games were kind of either cut short because I had to again be at work.
Yeah.
It was work kind of revolved around a lot of things during that time.
Gotcha. Okay. So would you say you learned more from the wins or the losses early on?
Always losses.
All right.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you can't afford to make them again.
Yeah.
You got to figure out how to keep winning, and then when the losses come, they outweigh the losses.
Gotcha. So, in the restaurant industry, as a child working there from X age to even still now, right?
Still now.
Yeah. Okay. What have been the biggest wins working in the restaurant industry? Even dating back to like childhood.
So I think the biggest win is when I became a chef. Me learning all the recipes, but then figuring out my own recipes, and then having the customer saying like, dude, I've never had something like this before. Like, this is great, and you're young, and this is like, where'd you come up with these ideas? Where did you learn it? Where'd you go to school? And I didn't go to school.
Yeah. What's your favorite dish to make?
Ooh, that's a tough one. So oh man. All right, I'm gonna go with stuffed chicken parm.
Okay.
So this kind of happened. I had my father in the kitchen, my brother-in-law in the kitchen, and we're all messing around, and we're like, let's come up with a new special. And this day was strictly fun. It was like a summer day.
Just messing around with different cooking ideas.
And I think that's what kind of makes it so much fun, is the fact that it wasn't like we just kind of mess around with it.
Yeah.
So I had my section doing my dish, and they were doing theirs.
Stuffed chicken parm. So what goes into the stuffing?
So it's a layer of chicken cutlet.
Yep.
And then it's 4 different types of cheeses. And then I put another chicken cutlet on top, push it down a little bit, and then smother it in vodka sauce, and then mutz it all on top.
Oof. You're making me hungry, dude.
Yeah.
So the last time I was at your restaurant was probably maybe 5 years ago, maybe longer, to be honest. And since I've seen you last, I'm now gluten-free. I'm one of those one of those guys.
So you're not the only one.
Okay.
So we did kind of revert a little bit into gluten-free.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I have gluten-free pasta. We can do our chickens.
Chicken parm, all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
The stuffed chicken parm, gluten-free.
Stuffed chicken parm we could do gluten-free. So we'll do it with grilled chicken. So instead of the cutlet.
All right. I gotta come try that out.
It is.
All right. Do you do like a vodka sauce too on top of that? Okay.
Yep.
All right. They call it a place here in East Hanover. I don't know if you've ever been. Oh my God, I'm blanking out right now.
What, Goodfellas?
Maris Uptown.
I think I
right here in East Hanover, they do a drunken chicken. It's like a vodka sauce over the beautiful. All right, so let's stop talking about food though. So, all right, getting out of childhood now. When you started to really take on a bigger role at the restaurant, what was the biggest mistake / failure that you made or encountered?
So during the time, I went from being a manager / kind of waiter. I jumped into the kitchen, and I couldn't figure out the balance between having like a friendship with the workers, having managing them, but also at the same time, running the kitchen properly. So I think the biggest aspect of that was trying to find the balance of how to essentially like get the workers to respect me as being the manager, but also being the chef and a worker as well.
Yeah. You also have to find that balance of like, yes, you have to manage people and lead people the right way, but you also have to almost be like their friend as well. Someone that they can confide in.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So I feel like you probably had a struggle with that too.
Well, things I've been in their shoes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, during that time, I wasn't the owner, so I really couldn't really do what I needed to do,
Yeah.
and to make them feel comfortable as well. Of them like learning to let them understand. Listen, I was in your shoes before. This is how it should. This is how we should do it to make it work better.
Gotcha. So when John Macaluso, your cousin, who
Yeah.
I found out this afterwards, he was talking about COVID and how COVID was a blessing because it was the biggest failure for him, but it was also a failure turned blessing. Was COVID somewhat the same for you guys at the restaurant?
So I think COVID for me in general,
Yeah.
maybe not so much the restaurant. I did better during COVID.
Okay.
So during the downtime, I was able to really sit back and go through all the books from all the years and figure out what needs to be done to move forward. And also give me a lot of downtime to just kind of like learn social media, learn how to deal with customers, and really understand the business better.
Okay.
Because beforehand it was always work, and there was never that moment to sit down and really like look at the whole big picture.
Yeah, and then obviously with COVID, everyone had a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
Some people are still having that downtime.
Yeah.
Dude, listen, I don't like to get political on this, but people are still driving around with fucking masks on. It just bewilders me. But anyway.
Blows my mind. Yeah, I mean.
So. What?
By themselves.
By themselves. Yeah, it's absurd. Okay. Anyway, we'll save that for a separate podcast. But anyway, so when did you get into real estate?
So when I was about 23, the story actually was like weird how it happened.
Okay.
So I was living in Hoboken. I wanted to go buy a car, the Nissan GTR.
Okay.
It was way more than I was making at the time. And I go to my father. I'm like, listen, dude, I need a co-signer. Can you help me do it?
Yeah.
He's like, if this is really what you want to do at 23 years old? He's like, then let's go to the dealership and check it out.
Yeah.
Price was 150 grand for the car.
Holy shit.
So my dad's like, see if you get approved by yourself first. And now I'm like thinking to myself, like, I'm not gonna get approved. I'm 23. Yeah. So they approved me.
All right.
So my dad's like, okay, let's go outside for a minute. So we're sitting there, we're talking. He's like, he goes, listen, he goes, I came in from Italy. He's like, I don't really know much about finance and everything. He's like, but if you got approved for 150 grand for a 6-year loan, he goes, you should have no problem getting approved for a house. And I'm like, but dude, I'm 23.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Yeah.
He's like, let's call somebody. Let's figure it out. So I called the guy on the spot. And he's like, yeah, I got your proof for home loan for multifamily. And at that moment, my dad's like, listen, just trust me on this. He's like, it's going to come, like, invest first in your house and then the cars will come. And I'm like, okay, all right, sure. Like, I wasn't so happy about it. But,
Yeah.
So I got approved. We started searching for a house. By 24, I got my first 3-family house.
Love it. How many investment properties would you say you have now?
Right now, I have 11 holds.
Shit. Okay. Nice. Very nice. What do you love about the real estate business?
I think it's the passive income. It's,
yeah.
Essentially, it's somebody putting money in a bank account for you.
Gotcha.
It's a nice, piggy bank for later on.
Okay. So now you have multiple things going on. You have the business, the restaurant. Now you have the real estate properties. And then comes a third business, right?
Yep.
Talk to me about that one.
So actually, we just opened up about a month ago.
Congrats.
It's a House of Heat in Nutley, New Jersey.
Okay.
It's a Pilates HIIT sculpt studio.
Nice.
It's Matt Pilates. So actually, during New Year's, we're sitting down, me, my brother-in-law, my sister, and my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, oh, dude, like, pop up with a bottle of wine. We're like, we got to do something.
Yeah.
It's been, we never done something together. It was like, he owns his own company. I own my own company. I'm like, let's do something. So again, we're getting to the bottom of the bottle, and my wife's into fitness, my sister's into fitness, me, my brother-in-law, like all of us. We're
just everyone put their heads together and
Yeah,
they're like,
we're like,
all right,
yo,
we're doing this. Yeah.
So within 30 days, we found a place.
Is that a franchise, by the way? I was
No.
going to ask you that. No. Okay. It sounds like a franchise.
Yeah, it was just
Maybe
kinda,
one day could be.
That's the goal.
Okay. All right.
So,
All right.
yeah. So,
Any other things that you want to talk about on that specifically? The future plans, the future goals.
So the goal right now, I mean, we're still working out all the kinks and figuring out what's a good schedule to go forth, but we're actually shooting to potentially open up another one very soon.
Nice. That's awesome. What area?
That's where that's the whole conversation comes
Everything's
into.
about location, as you know.
Absolutely.
Being in real estate.
And with all of us having kids,
Yep.
it's tough to go too far away where, during the build time, if there's any issues, to be somewhat local enough. Because again, I still got to be in Hoboken, and then my properties and life in general.
So, as you've seen or listened to on other episodes, we like to get raw, we like to get emotional. My goal as the host of this show is to make the guests cry.
Okay.
And unfold some emotional layers. So, with that said, has there been a moment in your life, could be related to the restaurant, could be related to the new business, it could be related to real estate, where you almost hit rock bottom?
So I think what came down to that is we were having our third child. I didn't know that owned the restaurant at the time.
Okay.
So I was on like a weekly salary, and I'm trying to do all the finance. We just had bought a house. It just got to a point where I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna afford this. So as anything goes, you sit there, you think, and you contemplate like, what am I gonna do differently to make this happen? So during that time, my wife's pregnant. She's stressed out because my other two kids they're 13 months apart.
Yeah.
So who's in diaper? It was a lot. It was the fighting between, me having to go to work and not being able to help. My wife was, she's doing a phenomenal job, like trying to take care of the kids, again, while being pregnant. And then I'm dealing with every step that I was taking in the restaurant. My father was like, listen, he's like, this is my business. He's like, so, I'm like, I'm sitting at the point, I'm like, I'm having a third kid. I'm about to go through a career change because I was going to go strictly to real estate. And at that point, this was towards the end of COVID, where real estate was like starting to go up so high where like it was almost impossible to buy. So there was like a good 6 months where I was like kind of like down and trying to figure out like, do I stay with the restaurant?
Yeah.
Do I go directly towards that? Do I just kind of cut back on like expenses and so forth? And
You and your father were kind of butting heads too during that period?
Yeah, because like I said, I want to take it to another level. And he's like, listen, he's like, I'm comfortable where we're at.
Yeah, old school mentality.
Correct. So I kind of took all my savings and I bought the restaurant out.
Okay. Wow.
So I don't know which direction it was going to go.
Yeah.
Me doing those changes, was all that income going to come back? Were people going to like it?
Yeah. You bought it out what year again?
22.
2022. Okay.
Yeah, 22 is when we officially started doing all the paperwork and discussing everything. But 23 is when I officially,
Gotcha.
January of 23.
What was your forging moment? Meaning, when we talk about forging moments on the show, it's the moment where you knew like, all right, I need to go down this path and I need to double down on this. Whether it was the restaurant path, whether it was real estate path, the new path that you're on right now with the Pilates.
So that was the main thing. I feel like there was no main path that I had to go down. I think it was just like kind of throw shit at the wall.
Yeah.
I whatever I had saved up, I put it in the restaurant. I put it into real estate. And my goal was kind of just whatever kind of goes up first, that's why I'm going to put more energy into it.
Kind of just throw a bunch of darts and see what sticks.
Correct. And I mean, knock on wood, the restaurant started going up, real estate started going up. And I was like, listen, I'm going to balance myself out and I'm going to do this for the family. And I'm just going to do both heavy.
Yeah. Since you've become complete owner of Café Michelina, what's that journey been like the past 4 years?
It's been a wild ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In what sense? Like in a good sense or in like a up and down sense?
No, it's in a good sense.
Yeah.
I met a couple friends who were, she's actually this one girl, Sam. She's helping me out doing PR, and she's been kind of getting me into public speaking and trying to get me to do all these events for the restaurant.
Gotcha. Nice.
So, we've never done brunch. We've never done any of these like event nights, and that's essentially what we're
leaning towards.
That's what I started doing.
Okay. When did you start that?
I want to say about a little bit over a year ago.
Okay.
And going that route because the restaurant needed a little work prior.
Yeah.
So I put all the time and money into that.
Gotcha.
And now that that's fine, I stepped out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Just so I can focus more on the events now.
Got it.
So we do like mozzarella events and so forth. So that kind of opened the doors for a lot of things.
Awesome. And I'm sure people flood in and you meet more people every single day. So when you have those types of events.
Absolutely. We meet a lot of corporate people who come in and they're like, oh, this is, you're thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
I want to bring my corporate company here
That's awesome.
and start doing these events.
That's awesome, man. So how do you define success today versus how you defined it when you were younger?
Ooh, that's a good question. So now any success essentially focuses more on generational wealth, meaning for the kids.
Yeah.
So back then the success was like, hey, I can pay my bills this month.
Yeah.
Now it's like I'm creating where like I can really see, I can live a little bit longer now. Success is completely different than when it was, 5, 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah. So you can almost see what your kids' lives are going to be like one day. Because you're essentially building it for them.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I didn't come from wealth.
Yeah.
I came from a hardworking family. And so now, I want to create that path for the kids.
Yeah. I love that. So let me see. We covered lessons, but more specifically to childhood. Along these paths, these different paths that you've been on and are still on, what are other lessons that have helped you forge ahead? Not necessarily from your parents, just like lessons from other people, other business owners, mentors of yours. Like if you can pick your top 3 lessons, what would those lessons be and who gave those lessons to you?
All right. So the top 3 lessons I would say would be listen as much as you can and learn everything. You can listen to 10 people. Doesn't mean that those 10 people are right.
Yeah.
But you can hear their stories, hear what they have done, and how can you turn those into yours, into your like lessons.
Yeah.
So again, that's from just kind of going out, talking to people and listening to them. Another thing was my father. My father was one of my biggest mentors because I've seen him struggle. I've seen him do great. I've seen him raise family, be a great husband.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like my role model where like I saw what he did and how can I essentially take his life and throw a little like zest on it and make it my life.
I love that. And a third lesson?
So third lesson, I think is just learn from everybody's mistakes, and not necessarily just talking to people or listening to people, more of like watching. So hearing and watching are the two biggest lessons, overall is seeing what that guy was doing, seeing what, somebody else is doing and kind of like you kind of learn your own path.
Gotcha.
Based on just by watching.
Okay. So I asked Angelo, one of my guests, he owns Risatello Removal. So if you're looking for a demo guy or somebody to remove shit out of your house or business, he's the guy to call, man. So we had a special Father's Day episode, and I asked him, like, because he has 2 kids. One of his kids, his daughter is autistic, nonverbal. And that was like an important piece of our particular episode that we did together before the Father's Day episode. So long story short, I want to ask you, if you're no longer here with us one day, right, and your kids are having a conversation with somebody about you, what do you hope that they say about you?
See, this is where emotional comes in. So, listen, I hope I'm my kid's hero. You know, I hope they whenever that time is, hopefully not soon.
Yeah.
You know, they say same things I'm saying about my father. You know, he guided me through learning, building, and how to make money,
Yeah.
how to be just a general, like a great person.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's right now my emotions are kind of moving around.
No, I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So I just really hope that I'm how I think about them, of like how they're my life. I hope that's the same answer they give, is that I'm their life, and like I showed them literally every step of the way.
I love that. If you could narrow it down to one adjective, one word that would come out of their mouth when they describe you years from now, what would that word be?
Greatness.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Listen, it's the first thing that came to mind. So
Yeah, and the reason behind that is because, like, again, I'm trying to create something where when they get older, if school's not their choice, if work is their choice, I want to be able to give them that opportunity where they should have a couple bucks set aside.
Yeah.
That they can actually take time and focus exactly what they want to do. You know, me growing up was strictly work, where no time.
Yeah.
And it took up until COVID for me to sit down and realize like what I need to do with my life.
And I feel like you're also being so busy as you are, you're also giving them options that if they were to want to follow in your path, right, they have 3 different options as of right now. Today, they have 3 different options, right? Real estate, restaurant, Pilates, you know? And I'm sure you're going to think of more business ideas. Like that's
the goal.
That's just how you're wired, man. So I'm trying to think if we covered everything in relation to like the businesses, the journeys that are embedded in those businesses. Are there any questions that I haven't asked you that you thought about wanting me to ask you before you came on to the episode?
I was like kind of playing a whole bunch of different things, especially on the drive here.
Yeah.
You know, again, because there's no template, so I was like,
Yeah.
all right, well, what is he going to ask me? So I guess a couple of things was like, essentially like, how long did it take to kind of get to where I am today?
Okay.
You know, like how many years of struggling and kind of so forth.
Yeah. So, all right. So, but you started working at Café Michelina back in 1995, right?
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah. I mean, at that point,
not working, but like being a part of it.
being a part of it.
Yeah.
Essentially started working there when I was about 13.
Okay.
So I kind of learned the ins and outs, but
So that was, what year was that? 2003.
2003.
Okay.
So 2003, every weekend I was there at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And, you know, again, it's just helping out, doing whatever you could.
Yeah.
But I think like nobody realizes in general, like everything's like, you ever heard the term must be nice?
Yeah, of course.
And I think is the worst thing. Okay, my dad owned a restaurant. Oh, must be nice.
Yeah.
No, bullshit. Because you know what? Dude, if nothing that I was able to do, like everything I wanted to do, I had to work.
Yeah.
And if I had a couple bucks saved up, I couldn't take off because I let my dad down.
Yep.
There was no balance between going to work and going home.
Yeah. Like you probably never had a weekend off. You were always at the restaurant, always working.
I think the first weekend I ended up having off was I was like 22, 23, and my friends all rented a shore house. And I was like, Dad, like, if I go down there in the week, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
So that was probably the first summer that he gave me a couple weekends off where I was like, really get to like experience what life was like.
Yeah. You guys were open at the time 6 days a week?
7 days.
7. Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're still open 7 days now.
Yeah. Wow.
But I think the whole terminology of like the must be nice
yeah.
is strictly like, everybody only sees the success. They don't see when I was living by myself, broken down, trying to get by. Like I bought a house. So when I bought the first house, dude, that was where I had to really learn everything.
Yeah.
Because I was literally eating like ramen noodles type of deal. Like, McDonald's like dollar menu, because like, I was young. I didn't know exactly what direction to go. I just had lost my mom, and my mom was like my best friend. So like, going to my dad, like when I go talk to him, like, hey, like, so what do I do? He's like, work. Always the answer was work.
Yeah. What year did you lose your mom?
2016.
So describe to me the impact your mom had on your life when she was here, and then obviously when she was gone, how that impacted you, not only you on a personal level, but like the business as well.
So my mom was involved in the business.
Yeah.
And my mom was a little more Americanized. She knew you got to have fun, you got to go out and have friends and so forth. So, my mom was always kind of against like working so hard. But my mom was like my rock.
Yeah.
Like we were always talking. I'd call her for everything. Any guidance when it came to what I wanted to do in life.
Yeah.
So she was sick for a year before that she passed. So for that year, like I was like really down, and I have all these things going on, but like.
How old were you?
At the time when she was sick, I was 25.
Okay.
So again, just I bought in the house, trying to get things going, and I kind of like hit like a wall where I'm like, am I ever gonna buy another house? Am I ever going to, make a couple more bucks and so forth? And during that time she was sick, she wasn't like all there, so I couldn't really have that conversation with her. And then September of 26, September of 16, I was 26.
Yeah.
She passed away.
Shit.
And it kind of hit like that point where I'm like, do I sit there and sulk and like really like dwell and stay in depression, or do I get my ass up and do exactly what my mom always told me to do? And I feel like during that moment I really like put my foot down and put my ass in gear and really started pushing as hard as I can.
How did you not quit though during that phase? Obviously your mom, like you said, was your rock, right? And probably still is, right?
Absolutely.
But how did you forge ahead during that?
My mom wouldn't have like wanted that. She wouldn't want me to sit back and like fail.
Yeah.
So whether she's not physically here, my mom's here. Like she's always telling me like, in her terms, it would
Go
be,
for it. Go for it.
In
Yeah.
her terms, it would be stop being a bitch and go get it.
Would she say that in Italian or in English?
She'd say it just like that.
Just like that.
Stop being a bitch.
Stop being a bitch. Okay. Did she speak Italian though? She obviously spoke Italian.
Yeah.
How do you say it in Italian?
That's a good question.
So my mom was born here, and my father obviously was born in Molfetta. And my dad wanted to teach us when we were little, Molfettese, Bares. But my mom didn't want us to fucking learn. So I had to learn on my own. I mean, my Italian's not great, I could understand more than I could speak it, but do you speak?
I do speak.
Okay. All right.
But what screwed me up, so growing up, I spoke Italian.
Yeah.
And then the dialects is what killed me.
Oh, fucking forget about it.
Molfettese,
Shimanin.
Yeah, it's
like...
It's literally, like, one now, like, that's not even real Italian. That's not even...
Vatino. It's unbelievable.
So, we learn those words, and then you go to school, and you do Italian in school, and it's like, no, that's not real.
Yeah.
And then my dad speaking Sicilian, it was all screwed up. And the reason, like, my parents weren't so big with teaching us growing up because you came to America.
Yeah.
They wanted to kind of leave that behind and focus on moving that way. Like, who would have thought today, like, speaking Italian, Spanish, French, would have benefited us?
Yeah. Definitely would have. I wish my fucking mom let my fucking dad teach us. Like,
it's not too late though.
No, it's not. It's not.
I'm like.
Yeah.
Am I fluent? No.
No. Yeah.
Can I have a conversation? Can I? We went to Italy for a month.
Yeah.
I did well.
Yeah. That's good.
I got by.
Yeah. Duolingo.
Duolingo.
Yeah, that's it, man. So, last question before we head into the Forge 5 questions that I ask every guest. So, the last question, one lesson that you took from your mom. Because we talked about lessons from your father or lessons in general from other people, but one lesson specific to your mom.
I think the one lesson that I will always remember from my mom is how to love. Like how to like really like feel like it's like when my kids were born, I really understood what love is.
Yeah.
And like nobody gets that. Like you get that from your mother. You know? So like my mom really gave me that feeling.
Unconditional love, man.
That was the one thing I'll never forget about her.
Yeah. I love it, dude. Yeah, seeing my kids both being born, it's like you can't even describe that experience.
You can't.
Can't.
And like and then you go back to like
Yeah.
how they felt about us and like how we're assholes, you
Yeah.
know, like and like we look at that, we're like, damn.
Yeah.
You know, and like now my kids are little like
Yeah.
little monsters.
Oh god. My son is crazy right now. He's 2.5. He's gonna be 2.5 in September. He's fucking reckless right now. You have girls or boys?
I have 2 boys and a girl. So my oldest just turned 5 in March.
What are their names?
Pietro, Anastasia, and Luca.
Love it. Love it.
So Luca will be Stasi will be I call her Stasi. Stasi will be 4 August 16th.
Okay.
And then my little one will be 3 in October.
You guys got your hands full, man.
Yeah.
Kudos to your wife, dude.
She works too.
Oh man.
She's a hairdresser and she works at the Pilates studio.
It's wild, dude.
And full-time mom.
I give you guys a ton of credit, man. I mean, two is a lot. I can only imagine 3.
Three's not too bad.
Yeah.
Because at that point, they keep themselves occupied.
Yeah. So, you ready for the Forge 5? The 5 questions I ask every guest?
Yep.
What is a habit that you attribute most of your growth to?
All right. So the 2 things, it kind of goes hand in hand. Like my biggest thing is I love cars. So I put a lot of time and energy and money into cars.
Okay.
But also before doing that, I would just keep putting that money back into real estate.
Gotcha.
Because that essentially will at someday pay off all my hobbies.
So the habit is what then? It's stacking.
Is that the habit is keep
Investing in the right stuff?
yeah. I mean,
Or the stuff that's going to produce something later on, or something along those lines?
I think the habit is just necessarily just keep like doing entrepreneurial stuff. Yeah,
Gotcha.
just keep opening up a business or putting into a property and like basically just essentially the habit is keep grinding.
Got it. Okay. What is a failure that you're most grateful for?
Failure from
I don't think you've hit on like an actual failure where you made a mistake and it kind of derailed you a little bit.
So one of the issues with that was buying a house.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Where they tell you how much money you need for a down payment, and you know you save up to that point. They don't tell you that there's closing costs. They don't tell you that you don't.
All these hidden fees. Yeah.
And you don't realize that you got a furniture apartment.
Yeah.
You got gas and electric.
Yep.
You got things that break.
Yeah.
So the biggest failure I think at that moment was I bought the house and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, cash to close is whatever,
Yeah.
36 grand or whatever it was at the
whatever it was.
time. And I'm like, dude, that's like down to what I have saved up.
Yeah.
So at that point it was buy the house, had to pay the closing costs, so forth.
Yep.
And then my roof needed to get done.
Holy shit.
And the insurance is like, you have 30 days to do the roof or we're not going to insure you anymore.
Yeah. It's like everything all at once.
And I think at that point, I never asked anybody for money. I went to the bank, opened up a credit card,
Yep.
paid the roof off with that. And that's just something like to me, that was failing
Okay.
because like, I don't believe in credit cards.
Gotcha.
So for me, it was like, I'm failing right now. I had to go get a credit card to go fix my roof just to live. And that's why I was saying I was eating like McDonald's.
Yeah.
It was really like,
Is that the failure that you're most grateful for though?
yeah, because I think at that point, I said to myself, like, I'm never going to let myself get to this point again.
Got it.
Before I buy anything, I have to make sure I can buy it 10 times.
Yeah. Okay. What is one truth you wish you learned sooner?
One truth I wish I learned sooner. the main thing would be just stop listening to everybody else's shit. Like, like I was saying earlier that you have, you got to listen, you
All
got to
these
watch
opinions,
all these
yeah.
opinions, but like, don't let the opinions affect who you are. Like, oh, you bought a new car. Well, why didn't you get the higher model? Or if you bought a new watch, or the clothes we wear. And I think that the fact was like, stop listening, like stop taking people's opinions and like letting it affect you.
Got it. Almost like carving your own path.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like I said before, it was like you listen to everybody and then kind of figure out how all that works for your path, but don't live somebody else's path.
Got it. Okay. When things get chaotic, stressful, overwhelming in life, what do you personally do to stay grounded?
The biggest thing for me, I think, is hitting the gym.
Okay.
Because you can't, everything's inevitable.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't just stop because, something's broken in the house or the restaurant's not busy or, you're fighting with a family member. So the main thing there is just like, you need to just take a few minutes for yourself, breathe, settle down, and then go right back into it. Don't let it kind of go on the back burner, because then you'll fall 10 steps behind.
Yeah. You work out in the morning, or you evening guy?
Morning guy.
Okay.
Bring the kids to school.
Yeah.
Solid hour and a half into myself. And I noticed, like, when I don't work out, dude, I'm like,
You're not the same person.
I'm not the same. I
Yeah.
feel all over the place.
Last question. What does Forged for Greatness mean to you?
Forge for greatness is reaching to the top. Essentially, if you forge a knife,
Yep.
you're making it, you're doing it, you're molding it.
Yep.
So essentially, is molding yourself to be the best you can.
The best version of yourself. Love that. Level 30 is the ideal level that you're trying to get at in life. So, have you ever played video games when you were younger?
Somewhat.
Somewhat? Okay.
I know video games. I didn't have time to play it.
Mortal Kombat,
Oh yeah.
Nintendo 64, what is it, Mario Kart, all that shit.
Mario Party. Yep.
GoldenEye. You never played GoldenEye?
Yeah.
All right.
007. Yeah.
Yep. So, speaking on GoldenEye, I think there's like levels in that game in particular. So, if you got to get to level 30 in life, what level are you currently at, and what is it going to take to get to level 30?
So, I like to set my bar like really high. So I'm gonna say I'm at level 5 right now. And to get to 30 is gonna essentially give myself the financial freedom. Not have to necessarily like have the kids like not worry about finances.
Yeah.
Be able to kind of wake up every day and not have to go to work. And have a bunch of free time and like essentially have like everything that you kind of want in life, whether it's it could be a boat, it could be a house, a shore house, whatever.
Yeah.
So me being a level 30 would have everything that I've ever wanted as a kid,
Yeah.
all in one, and essentially paid for.
Got it.
And
I feel like you're not the type of person that ever is going to really want to stop working though. Like, is that level 30 of you like done working and just kind of reaping the benefits of what you've sown?
Yeah.
Reaping
the benefits, yeah. So essentially that's why I consider myself a level 5, because the goal is that level 30 is to essentially all the hard work you did, still be doing it, but to be running itself, where you can still live the life you want to live and have it essentially paid for.
Gotcha. Okay.
My biggest thing is I want to spend more time with family.
Yeah.
I want to be there for every baseball game. Every time my tooth falls out, the kids fall off their bike and scrape their knee. Like, I want to be there for every single event.
Yeah.
And I don't want to miss that.
The kids play baseball, I'm assuming?
No, soccer.
Okay, good. Nice. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, the boys play soccer. My daughter's in gymnastics.
Gotcha. Go Italy. Fucking disgrace, bro. Oh my
At this
God.
point, go USA. Hopefully they do something today.
Yeah. 12 years since Italy's been in a World Cup. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, it's
so sad. So sad. Anyway.
they'll turn into the Jets.
Yeah. I think worse at this point.
Yeah, well.
All right. So I think we covered everything. Where can people find you? On Instagram, your website, all the different businesses that you have?
Yeah. So if you want to reach me, so we have a Café Michelina on Instagram.
Yep.
That we also have the email Café Michelina Hoboken at gmail.com.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Café Michelina Hoboken.com. That's our website. Our email is on there.
Okay.
House of Heat NJ at gmail.com is
It's not spelled house though. It's
no,
spelled
it's
differently, right?
Yeah, it's HAUS.
Okay.
So House of Heat.
Yep.
We have a website, email, Instagram, TikTok. So essentially, you could find us anywhere on there.
Yeah.
And then if you have any questions, but outside of like those businesses, then I have the Cafe Michelina at gmail.com goes directly to my phone. So essentially I kind of handle everything through there.
Beautiful. So what is next for you on a business level and also on a personal level?
So I want to start getting big into flips.
Okay.
I want to start buying these monstrosities and fix them up and sell them.
Yeah. Any area, or you have your eyes set on like a couple different areas in New Jersey or New York even?
I kind of go with the flow.
Okay.
Because I own property from Passaic County all the way down to like Atlantic,
Oh wow.
down Atlantic City.
Shit. Yeah, yeah.
So because it just you kind of go with like the flow. You see what the markets are doing, if they're going to start coming up in a certain area.
What's your process with that? Like, how do you kind of go about finding locations and doing your research and all that stuff?
Like essentially just going online, looking at the values of properties, and you just keep monitoring them all, and then you'll see like over time, what they were asking for, what they sold for, and
It's a full-time job in itself. It's like, how do you find a fucking time, dude?
when you're laying in bed.
Oh my God, it's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, I feel like I do a lot, and it's just like you're on a whole nother fucking.
I can't shut my
here.
brain off.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like
Yeah.
even when I'm in bed, dude, I'm waking up. I'm like writing down ideas. Like, all right, what am I gonna do for the restaurant? What am I gonna do for the
Yeah, it's like an idea with the restaurant, thinking of the next special that you're gonna put out on the menu, and then the next idea is, where's the next fucking house gonna be?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
And also while maintaining all the properties and everything else.
Yeah.
Because
Do you have like support? Like, do you have people that you can rely on, lean on, property managers, or?
So I have my one partner, Jimmy.
Okay.
I want to say about 10 years ago, we kind of jumped in together.
Yeah.
And we started buying properties together.
Okay.
So anything that's like down by him, he lives down in Brick.
Okay.
So anything down there, he kind of maintains. Anything up here, I maintain.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we kind of handle things.
Mm-hmm.
Where he handles a lot of those things. If I have to drive down for a major issue, I'll drive down.
Yeah.
So I was teaching him more about how to do multifamilies, and he's been teaching me how to do flips.
Okay. There you go. You have a nice little partnership going there.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we're 4 days apart.
Oh, really?
4 days apart. Yeah.
Oh,
So
no shit. Yeah.
growing up, he was always in landscaping and site development.
Yeah.
And again, I was scrounging away trying to save up change and doing this. And
Did he grow up with you, or?
yeah, we've known each other since we were like 10 years old.
Oh wow. Damn.
Yeah.
So a childhood friend that
childhood friend. Yeah.
is still a friend. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I feel like we're missing something in childhood. Like, did you talk about like adversity? I feel like we didn't really touch on anything in childhood. Not to rewind, but
No, it's fine.
like I feel like I didn't really get something that happened to you that really kind of made you see life through a different lens.
All right. So being a kid, my godfather
Yeah.
owned like a European auto body mechanic shop. And dude, like I have cars like in my blood, my veins. Like anything that has to do with engines, wheels, I love it.
Okay. What's your favorite car, by the way, before you continue the story? Of all time.
All right. So I thought it was Ferrari.
All right.
Okay. Until I bought one, and they are horrible. Horrible.
All right. We'll talk about that afterwards, but okay.
So hands down, best car, 911 GT3.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that best car.
Yeah.
But yeah, so growing up, I used to go to the shop over there and hang out. And dude, I've been seeing like these Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Porsches that were coming in.
Yeah.
And like my mind was always like, I want to be like that guy. I want to but have the nice car, the nice house, the hot wife. Like I wanted all that.
Yeah, yeah.
And as a kid, like I would say my childhood was really mainly focused on being who I wanted to be when I got older. And I think that's kind of like where I don't like the brain doesn't shut off.
Yeah, yeah. So being around like fancy, expensive cars at a young age, would you say that kind of lit the spark, so to speak, for you?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it was just kind of like you learn, see how you grow up, and is that the life you want to live, or do you want to kind of like
More for yourself.
you want to? Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
nobody wants to grow up and say, "Hey, I can't wait to be a failure."
Yeah, yeah.
So like as a kid, essentially, it's always about like what I've seen, like especially being in Hoboken, going from like, dude, Hoboken was a dump,
Yeah.
and then seeing Hoboken like years after years just kind of pick up, and you start seeing how like everything was growing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think of like just seeing that as a kid, like, dude, my childhood, like I said, it wasn't really like sports or games or video games. It
It
was
was just work, restaurant. Yeah.
I think I just kind of instilled in my head as a young kid, like, if we put all the time in now, it will pay off one
I'm
day.
gonna reap the rewards later. Yep.
I'm glad I could look back and say I was smart then,
Yeah, yeah.
but then I look back now at this age saying like, I really wish
Do you
I
have it?
focused on being more of a kid.
Do you have any regrets?
So I think the regrets is not really like taking enough time for family. Friends and family. Like growing up, like, I always wanted money in my pocket.
Yeah.
So that was like,
So you sacrifice friendships and family time because you wanted to build the life that you have now.
Absolutely, yeah.
And what you're attaining for with level 30.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was tough. Like, I wish I was more into sports. I maybe, doing better in school. Maybe, there was a lot of, that was probably the only regret that I think that like I didn't do. I didn't go to family parties. I didn't go to birthday parties. It was just like,
Yeah.
that's the only thing I wish I did a little bit more of.
You're doing better with that now, like setting aside time. Like, so I mean, what it comes down to is time management, right?
Correct.
It's like, I'm going to devote X amount of time to this and then X amount of time to this. So are you doing better with that?
100%.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, no, like I said, the harder you work, at some point you got to take a break.
Yeah,
And I think that's what comes down to is that
gotcha.
I take that break now, and that break is to use it to anything that I really want to do.
Yeah, love it. Being that you're in all these different businesses and your brain never shuts off, like how do you, I guess, manage everything is my question.
I definitely got a rare form of fucking ADD.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's, dude, I just don't understand. Like, dude, I don't write things down.
Yeah.
I literally just kind of like,
On the fly.
On the
kind of
fly
just,
and-
yeah.
if every morning I wake up, I have a punch list. And if I surpass that punch list,
The list is in your head
I
or
list in my head.
you don't write anything down?
Don't write nothing down.
That's wild.
So like, if it could be like the simplest things. Like it could be like cut the grass, and knowing that I hit those like goals for that day,
Yeah, yeah.
it kind of gives me more of like that little rush that I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I could do more.
How many tasks do you give yourself daily that you have to hit before you kind of shut off, quote unquote?
Yeah, that's the thing. I try to at least give myself like 10 tasks a day that kind of give me like the satisfaction that
Yeah.
I need to kind of feel like I did something that day.
Was this episode one of the tasks for today?
Oh yeah,
Nice. There you go.
yeah.
Awesome. How many more tasks you have after you're done here?
Oh, I got a full day of work.
Oh shit. Oh man.
Yeah, I
You
got.
going into the restaurant today too?
I'm going to the restaurant tonight. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
It's fucking amazing, man.
but I mean, for me, like if I don't get something done, then it puts me like in that lower level where I'm like, all right, dude, I did nothing today. Even though I did, I could have did something that was so great.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, like it kind of gives me that push. Like I missed the gym today, and I'm like,
You can make up for it though.
yeah,
Later.
maybe hit it on the way back
Yeah,
from
yeah,
work. But
yeah.
but I think like though, like had given myself those like little tasks kind of made me feel like I accomplished something for the day.
Yeah, yeah. What's 5 years from now going to look like for you?
Oh, 5 years from now. I mean, a lot of people say it's a long time from now, but I don't think it is.
It's not. It's really not. Yeah.
5 years from now, I mean, I'm hoping to everything I'm doing now. I would like to throw another 5 houses in there.
Okay.
1 house a year.
Yeah.
I'd like to have another 2 more businesses with the Pilates.
Yep.
And then
Anything with the restaurant, or just kind of just self-sustaining itself?
so the restaurant I think is one of the hardest businesses to be in.
Mm,
We're known for like the mom and pop thing.
yeah.
So if I kind of push it anymore, like try to open up a second store, you're not going to get that feel.
You're gonna lose that.
So
Yeah.
I think essentially just kind of have the restaurant a little bit more like a little bit more of a staple,
Gotcha.
and we still deliver the same exact thing that we're giving now, just obviously with better service and so
Yeah,
forth.
yeah, yeah.
You keep learning.
Got it. I love it. So, do you want to do the outro? Some of my guests have, I can't even say they've volunteered. I've kind of made them do the outro. Do you want to do the outro, or you want me to do the outro?
You do the outro.
All right, all right.
I'm sure I'll stutter so much.
Just want to thank you once again, for coming on, sharing your story, fucking managing and operating 3 businesses while raising a friggin' family and building a legacy for your kids. It's not an easy task. So I just want to congratulate you, not accommodate. What's the word I'm looking for? Not accommodate. See, my brain's fucked up too, bro. I got ADD too, bro. What is the word? Acknowledge.
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 Yeah.
You're really doing your thing, and I appreciate it, bro.
I appreciate
it
you.
means a lot to me because I'm not as wired as you that way, but I am, I'm an entrepreneur. I've built a business for my own self, and it's, hearing these stories motivates and influences me. So I want to thank you for that, man.
Of course. And I think another thing that you forgot to mention was about 15 years ago, you did the commercial for us.
Yes. Yeah, maybe we got to do a revamp.
I think so.
Yeah, man. That'd be
I had hair
fucking
then,
awesome.
though.
Do I?
I had hair.
Wait, you did?
Yeah. I shaved my hair about like 8 years ago.
I can't picture you with hair now.
Yeah.
Wait, for real though?
Yep.
Was it like a
I had a full blowout.
Stop?
Oh yeah.
I gotta look back at the video. I gotta look back at that video, dude.
But I mean, I think another big thing I'll throw out there for motivation wise is, we known each other for a long time, just based on meeting through friends and seeing how you started and where you are today.
Yeah.
To me, dude, I love when surrounding myself by people who get up every day. They want to be the entrepreneur. They really put themselves, they put their foot down and keep moving.
Yeah.
Those people I want to be surrounded by.
I love it. Same. Likewise, man. Likewise.
So I really appreciate you, having me come out here and doing this with you.
Appreciate you, bro. Once again, shout out your Instagram, websites, all that stuff for all the businesses.
Right. Come find us at Café Michelina, Hoboken.com. Our Instagram is Café Michelina. We also have House of Heat, NJ.com. And our Instagram is at House of Heat, NJ.
HAUS.
HAUS.
Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming on, man.
Appreciate you.
Once again, guys, greatness isn't given. It is forged. Go follow Sal on all of his different platforms that he just mentioned. And if you or someone you know could really benefit from this particular episode, please share it with them. Drop a comment on YouTube. Share it on Instagram, Facebook. We really appreciate the support. Once again, I said this before, but I'll say it again. Greatness isn't given. It is forged. We'll see you guys on the next episode.